How's it going, everybody? It's Friday, October the 2nd, early in the morning Friday. The Broncos go on the road and get their first win of the season, 37-28 over the Denver Broncos. Um, Not too bad by the Jets, not too bad of a performance. Pretty ugly by Brett Rippon, but hey, still got the win. Three interceptions, though. Two of them could have been costly, especially the one that almost let the Jets could have tied the game had they converted the 2-point conversion. But nevertheless, Denver did what they had to, and they go on the road and get the 9-point win. And let's go over and see what happened. Pretty much back and forth early. Denver would go up 27-19. It's pretty much where the action got started. Brett Rippon would throw the interception. They'd run it back for a touchdown. Sam Darnold would roll out to the right, throw it, get batted down. Then Denver would get the ball back, down by two, or up by two, excuse me. Brett Rippon would throw another interception. The defense would hold, though, forcing the Jets to kick a field goal. New York would go up 28-27. The Broncos would answer. They would drive down, kick a field goal, go up 30-28. And the Jets would get the ball. They'd get it to about midfield. On 4th and 3, the Broncos would sack Sam Darnold. And then I think on first or second down, Melvin Gordon would bust it 43 yards off to the left side, excuse me, and put the game away with a 43-yard touchdown run and seal it. And Denver gets the win, their first win of the year, 37-28 over the Jets. And really, I was surprised. Sam Darnold played a lot better than I thought he would. He had finished the day 23 of 42, 230 yards. Still just couldn't get the ball in the end zone, but at least he didn't throw any interceptions compared to how he played last week, which was just about god-awful. Pretty much that's plagued him all year. Well, really since his sophomore year at USC, he's just been turnover prone. But had a good rushing touchdown, about a 46-yarder, I think. But he had 6 carries for 84 yards and the long touchdown run. Decent game out of him. And Brett Rippon, I mean, it wasn't a terrible. He had those 2 bad drives in a row. But 2 drives like that can turn a game around. I mean, that can cost you a game. And it almost did. So Brett Rippon, though, 19 of 31, 242 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the 3 picks. But the Broncos get the win. Melvin Gordon, though, he had 23 rushes, 107 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And the Broncos, though, they go on the road on Thursday night. They get the win on the short week. And now that'll help them build some momentum. And maybe, who knows, build towards getting them a couple of wins, build towards something. The Jets, who knows what their situation is. The good news for Darnold, he didn't turn the ball over. That's something they can build on. But, you know, they had a chance to drive down and kick the game-winning field goal. And just, you've got to capitalize when you're in a game like this. And they just couldn't do it. So we'll move on from the NFL and let's look at Major League Baseball. Alright, and on to Major League Baseball and the playoffs. And I kind of feel like they've opened Pandora's box. Because there is no way in hell Major League Baseball is going to be able to go back to their previous format. I mean, they spoiled us as far as baseball fans. If they expect us to go back to a one crappy wild card game, no, I refuse to. I don't know. I would rather lose 20 regular season games and have this format every year than play 162 games and go back to the one playoff game. I mean, I don't know how the rest of Major League Baseball, how the players and the coaches would, or the managers would feel about it. But every fan, every sports reaction I've heard from it has been positive, especially from Clay Travis and the others at Outkick, who frankly I consider the sports authority. Damn sure don't consider those idiots at ESPN anymore. So, from everybody that I'm hearing from, this has been a success, and I love it. I do. It's brought just a new excitement to it. And plus, unless you're the Twins, you feel like you got a chance. Sorry, Minnesota fans. I had to take that. It's not my fault. Hey, just between the Brave and the Twins fans, hey, it took us till from 2001 we won our first series, and we still haven't made it past the division series. We just made it past the wild card, so still haven't really done much, but I feel your pain. So anyways, back to the point. This just makes it so much better. It makes more teams involved. It makes the whole sport better. And I just think you lose a lot of interest if you go back to the other way. It keeps baseball more relevant, more people involved, just better for the total game. And anyways, enough talking about the format, and look how things have shaped up. Talked about what happened to the Twins as the Houston Astros knocked them out in 2 games. The Oakland A's lost game 1 to the Chicago White Sox, but would bounce back to win games 2 and 3. And they will take on Houston in Dodger Stadium. That's that they will host the ALDS there. And then Tampa Bay swept the Toronto Blue Jays, and the Yankees swept the Cleveland Indians, and they will meet in San Diego, California at Petco Park, and they're a division series, and those are the same best of 5 format. And in the NL, the Dodgers swept the Brewers, the Braves swept the Reds, the Padres and the Cards are tied at 1 apiece right now. After the Padres come back and got 11-9 victory today, they'll play the rubber match. The winner will go on to face the Dodgers, and they will play in Arlington at Globe Life Park. And the Marlins lead the Cubs, and they will play in Game 2 tomorrow, as Game 2 was canceled today due to weather, or postponed, wasn't canceled. And if the Marlins win, they'll play Atlanta in Houston next week in the NLDS. And if the Cubs win, they will play Game 3 on Saturday. And so that's how it shaped up in the Major League Baseball. Great stuff. Just really exciting. Awesome time. And that pretty much sums it up with the popular sports in America. And now on to the once popular sport and sadly fading shell of itself, the NBA Finals, with the former king and the LA Lakers dominating the Miami Heat in Game 1, and AD looked good, and the Lakers dominated, which most people knew they would. I mean, no big surprise. Lowest rated. I don't know when they've ever. I think it was 8 million less viewers than last year's. 5 million viewers, something like that. It was absolutely pathetic. Clay Travis, if you want to check out his podcast from earlier tonight on Facebook, YouTube, Clay Travis, Outkick the Coverage. He gives a nice little jab at Mark Cuban and the entire NBA as they deserve it with their anti-American rhetoric. But that'll get us for tonight. Appreciate you joining us. Y'all take care. I'll have the picks for some college football and for the NFL. Y'all take care. God bless. Peace.